What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for RuPaul's season 13, episode 7. So, I ain't like it, but it happened. Candy Muse sends Tamisha Iman home, and Candy says, listen, I thought I was going to feel vindicated. I thought I was going to feel feel like, yes, I sent her home. She said, but I realized that I don't. Like, I'm really not happy about the whole situation, and at the end of the day, I just want to make sure I ain't in the bottom no more. Like, it is what it is. Now, whatever. Too little, too late, I guess. So, the mini challenge, the library is open. And so we have our reading challenge. As per usual, you have some of the ladies who knock it out the box, and you have other ladies who, well, should have practiced more. Got Mick wins. Elliot gets crickets. Elliot with 2 T's is having a rough time, y'all. Elliot with 2 T's is having a really rough time. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Elliot later on in this episode. So, they realize that all the groups that Elliot has been on, those people end up getting sent home. So, of course, now Elliot is sort of like the cursed one. Like, who wants to be in a group with Elliot? Because, hell, somebody from Elliot's group always end up getting sent home. Like, nobody will be a part of that. So, the Maxi challenge this week is the reboot of Bossy Rossi After Dark. Like, it's, they have this whole thing with Ross is in someone's backyard. It was supposed to be his backyard, but we found out in the end China won't in his backyard. And so we have 4 different groups, and they all have a story, like a, Maury Povich, Jerry Springer type thing going on. So the first one, we have Lala Ree, Rose, and Denali, and it is pregnant with imaginary person's baby. The second group is got Mick, Utica, and Olivia, and it is breaking my silence, the break from the cult of mimology. The next group is Tina, Simone, and Candy. And there is Teen Queens. Where are they now? No. Simone and Candy. Sorry. Simone and Candy. Tina wasn't in that group. And then it's Tina and Elliot. And it is 600-pound ass killing our friendship. So, the ladies, of course they get, it's improv. So there really is no script. It's just a description of the character. And again, the people who are in the group with Rose are like, we are glad to be here because Rose definitely, is a performer. She knows how to do this. And so they were sort of leaning into that. The group that, it really wasn't a lot of drama, but the closest thing that we saw to drama was the Utica, Olivia, Got Mick group. Utica and Olivia wanted to play the same character, and Utica was very insistent about wanting to play this particular character because she was like, I could do this. Utica again says she's been in improv troupes and she's the queen of improv and she knows improv, and she said, I do tend to be a scene stealer, so people who are with me have to sort of keep up, but I love improv. I love improv, ba da da do 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 do. Well, Olivia was just as confident that she could play this character, and she stood her ground. So they went through reading this, kind of reading through it again, and Olivia was like, we can read through this 500 times, but this is the character that I want. This is the character I'm going to get. And I noticed that Tina Burner had something to say. First of all, Tina, this don't even have nothing to do with you. This ain't your group. This don't have nothing to do with you. But her 2 cents talking about I noticed that Olivia is a little bit of a diva. I mean, she's a quiet, nice diva, but a diva nonetheless. So we had to keep our eye on Miss Olivia. And I'm like, you ain't got to keep your eye on nobody. No, you don't. You don't have to keep your eye on nobody. You know why? Because Olivia, I don't see her being no more of a diva than the rest of y'all. I see you realizing that she's a threat. Because, see, y'all thought that she was just a little girl just starting drag and she wasn't going to be no kind of competition. And y'all see that she is. But anyway, let me move on. So we get to the performances. So I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna get into the whole long thing about the performances. The first group with Lala Ree, Rose, and Denali. Rose was great. Denali was great. The whole imaginary baby thing. Now Lala Ree played like the therapist who was supposed to try to convince them you are in love with an imaginary person. There's no way that you're pregnant by someone who doesn't exist. And it was cute because Lala Ree sort of played like she was pregnant too. Like, oh my goodness, in doing my therapy, I fell in love and he got me pregnant too. And it was cute, but Lala just did not, she just couldn't hold up to where Rose and Denali were. Like, she just didn't match their energy. She wasn't, I didn't like her makeup. I did not like her. I don't know what it was with her makeup, but her makeup in this challenge did nothing for me. I didn't like it. And she just played it kind of stiff. She just didn't match their energy, which I find to be interesting because there was this whole scene when they were getting ready for the main stage where they reenacted like a whole Maury moment. And Lala Ree was like the person who found out that the person wasn't defined. You know how they do, they run off and she did. She was great. And I was like, that's what you should have done in the challenge. Anyway. So out of that group, Lala Ree was the weakest link. Okay. The breaking my silence, my break from the cult of mimology. Gottmik played the therapist who's helping the mime come out of the cult. Hold on. Now the mime is played by Olivia. Oh, where'd I put my notes? The mime is played by Olivia, and that was the role that her and Utica were fighting over. I gotta find my notes. And baby, Olivia did that. Okay, Olivia did a really, really good job. It was great. Now Utica comes in. Utica was supposed to be her mother, who was basically, like, she played it like an abusive mom. And I'm waiting for this wonderful improv, Utica. I'm waiting for this. I didn't get it. So out of that group, Utica was the weakest link. Tina, Simone, and Candy. I mean, I keep saying Tina. Tina wasn't in that group. Simone and Candy. Now, Simone was a little worried about Candy because Candy was trying to take the judge's critique where you don't always have to be the Bronx all the time. You don't have to be loud and abrasive all the time. You could be a little cool. You could keep it cute. And so they were kind of coming at her a little bit about, Bronx, baby. I'm the Bronx. I'm the Bronx. And, they were worried about it, but she did a really good job. I mean, as much, Candy been getting on my nerves these last couple of weeks, but I can give you your flowers when they are due. Candy did a good job, and Simone did a good job. So between the two of them, I wouldn't really say there was a weak link in their group. I really wouldn't. Now Simone was a little worried because it wasn't as loud and abrasive, but it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. Tina and Elliot did 600-pound ass killing our friendship. Tina had the ass, and Elliot was supposed to be one of her co-workers. They worked at NASA, and supposedly after she had, butt enhancement, she's just not this cool person that they can get along with anymore. They don't like each other anymore, and she's not a nice friend. But Elliot was playing it like this old maid, like came in and was very demure and this old maid. And then they went into this whole thing where Elliot had breast implants. And then they played this whole thing like they were in this relationship and in love. And it was really weird. It was a weird transition. Now, if Elliot had come out there, I understand covering up the boobs because that was part of the shtick. But if Elliot had came out there like, she don't even call me no more. I ain't heard from you in months. Like, if you played it like jilted lover, like we was cool until you got that butt. And then you thought you was cute and you ain't had time for me anymore. I could go with that. But you didn't play it like that. And so I would have to say, Elliot, you were the weakest link of that group. So, okay. Now, in the workroom, you know, we always got to get these stories in the workroom, honey. We find out that Simone, she's hard on herself because she feels like she's the kid that can't disappoint because her older brother went to jail and it really broke her mom. And she was like, I knew then that I couldn't mess up. I didn't think my mother could take another disappointment like that. So I could not mess up. I understand that to a certain extent in my own personal situation. So I get it, Simone. I get it. Like I said, to a certain extent. Then we found out about Elliot. Elliot was nervous because Elliot was like, you know, when we came off, you know, I could tell that people felt like I didn't do a good job because they sort of gravitated towards you and congratulated you because they could all watch while the filming was going on. They could watch the other groups, and he said, you know, I just feel like he said I just sort of feel like, he didn't say people don't like me, but it was sort of like that. And Tina was like, well, I think you don't open up to people. You don't give people the opportunity to get to know you. And maybe that's kind of why you're getting the reaction that you're getting, because you're not giving people the chance to get to know you. And so Elliot talks about how he's battled with clinical depression since he was a teenager. And that's just really hard for him to open up because, you know, it's really real. And he's talked about the struggles that he still deals with as it relates to the depression and stuff. So I thought that was interesting that he did open up about that. Now, the runway was Mardi Gras beads. And the guest judge this week was my bitch. My bitch. T.S. Madison. Listen, if y'all don't know who T.S. Madison is, y'all better go find out who T.S. Madison is. And she got a show coming out in March, and I will be reviewing it. And yes, so T.S. Madison was the guest judge this week. Yes, bitch, yes. Okay. Denali came out in a chandelier. It was cute. It was very avant-garde. It wasn't thrown together chandelier. It was cute. It was. But it was a chandelier job. Rosé had this beaded, it looked like a Tinkerbell, like from the cartoon Tinkerbell outfit, but it had beads on it. It was beaded. Like with beads. Like with hair. Like beads. Lala Ree had this very fringe type outfit. And it had the colors of Mardi Gras. I don't know if Mardi Gras beaded was the theme, but it seemed like Mardi Gras beaded was the theme because all of them had beads, and a lot of them kept talking about the Mardi Gras theme and all of that. I missed it, and I forgot to go back and rewind. But I know it had something to do with beads and Mardi Gras. Lala Ree's outfit, I don't think it did a lot for her. And then, you know, Michelle Visage had to find a hole in it and point it out to everybody. It was definitely a performance outfit. Like, I could see her on stage performing in that outfit, but it just didn't. It wasn't horrible. It just didn't. If something wasn't giving it to me. Something wasn't giving it to me. Got Mick had latex with this red thing with the hairpiece, big hairpiece going down. I guess that was her beads. The hairpiece looked like the balls, and they kept getting smaller and smaller. Olivia came out in a schoolgirl, like, y'all remember back in the day when you could get the Guess jumpers, but then they made the Guess jumpers, but they were skirts. That's what it looked like. It looked like a Guess skirt, and it had the airbrush on it, like in the 80s, 90s. It was very throwback. And her beads were like in the skyline of the buildings and stuff. Real cute. I could definitely see myself wearing that in 8th grade. It was cute. Here's my only issue, Olivia. This is the second time that I feel like you were behind the 8 ball, that somebody did something before you. When you came out in that boxing outfit, I was like, it's cute, but Simone did that already. With your wig, I was like, it's cute, but Candy did that already. You could have done that exact same wig and braided up the hair instead of doing the hair barrettes, because I promise you, it looked like Candy loaned that to you. It looked like the exact same wig. So the outfit was cute, but it took away, for me, it took something away from that, because I was like, girl, ain't that Candy? Ain't that the wig Candy had? And you ain't even change it up. It just looked the same. But Olivia looked cute. Utica came out as a bloody bride. I forgot where her beads were, but they was in there. Candy, I think this was the best I've seen Candy Muse look all season. She had the big, what they call them, Bordello hats. I don't know what they call them. and it was like a pink diamond type color. The whole outfit, and it was like a bodysuit, but she had the pasty right here, and it was beaded. It was cute, Candy. This was a good week for Candy. Okay, I still ain't forgot. Okay, but it was a good week for you, Candy. Simone, listen. Bitch. Simone. Bitch. Simone had, it was all Mardi Gras colors, and she had the neck piece, like those African neck pieces that were, it was beaded, and it was a bikini. So she had the bikini top and the bikini bottom, and the beads were hanging off the bottom, and she had this blonde wig, and bitch, when she turned around, her name was spelled in beads on the back. Bitch, just give her the crown, and let's move on to All Stars. And y'all know I wasn't even on the Simone train, but bitch, this week did it. That look was everything. 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 I don't know. What the fuck? Just give her the crown. Let's move on. Tina Burner, that was the ugliest shit I ever seen. I don't know what the fuck you had on. It was ugly as hell. It was I mean, you didn't use your signature colors, I guess, because I had to incorporate the Mardi Gras colors. So it was the Mardi Gras colors. It was, what the fuck was that? Elliott came out in like a flapper outfit, the very 1920s throwback. It was cute. I think that might have been one of Elliott's best looks. One of Elliott's best looks too. It was cute. It was cute. So we had Olivia, Simone, and who else was in the top? Olivia, Simone, and I forgot who the other person was in the top, but I know it was Olivia and Simone. Olivia wins for the week, so that's 2 weeks in a row. Now, Olivia, I defended you against Tina Burner. Now, don't turn into no diva now. I defended you now. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. But that is 2 weeks in a row for Olivia. Go, girl. You go, girl. The bottom ended up being Elliott and LaLa Ri. And they lip synced to Whole Lotta Woman by Kelly Clarkson. I love me some Kelly Clarkson. I don't know that song, but I gotta download it because I love it. It was cute. My favorite Kelly Clarkson song is "The Trouble with Love." Y'all better go look that up. That is a good one. Can we have a moment for a second? And y'all tell me in the comments, have y'all been blown away by any of these lip syncs this year? Even with us having that first episode with the 20 lip syncs in it, I just, for the exception of that lip sync, no. I mean, don't get me wrong, there've been some okay lip syncs, but has there been a lip sync where y'all were just like, oh my, yes, bitch. So the lip sync was okay. You know, I feel like LaLa Ri, to a certain extent, I feel like she gave up. I don't think she consciously did it, but I don't know. And Elliott is a dancer, so we know that Elliott can dance. Elliott is a dancer. So Elliott wins. LaLa Ri goes home. Yeah. The lip syncs just aren't giving it to me this year. I don't know. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.